Hi, it's Sarah SMUTNY, your host of the Simply Balanced podcast. I'm super happy that you're listening in today. And here in this podcast, we are going to go deep on gut health, anti-inflammatory living, spirituality, self-care, and so much more. Today, I will share with you the story of my client Maria. She was willing to have a chat with me about her experience in my coaching and what she learned from it, what changed for her. And listen in. She came to me because of her first aging effects, menopause, and she wanted to really enhance her lifestyle and find new routines, new self-loving routines. Hi, Maria. Hello, Sarah. So happy that you are willing to do this little interview with me. How you felt life's been? You know, we have worked together since, when was it? Like a year ago?
I think it was in September or August. I think, exactly at this point. Exactly at this point. It was perfect time.
Perfect.
Yeah, a full year later.
Yeah. And so let's start directly. I have prepared 3 questions, very quick. So before before we start, maybe you could introduce yourself, like quickly, who you are, how is your situation? Do you have kids? Don't you have kids? What do you want? Just for everybody to see, what kind of person you are.
Okay. Well, my name is Maria, and obviously I'm American, as you can tell by my accent. And I'm very American because I have this personality that screams that I'm from America because I'm a smiley person.
Yeah.
And I'm very gregarious and outgoing. I like to talk to people. I'm very, I'm very communicative and not shy. So I have 2 girls. I'm living in Brittany, France. I've been living here for about 9 years. My husband is French, and that's why we decided to move here. And mostly because we wanted a change of lifestyle. So I'm very American, but I love the culture of France. I love the culture of Europe, and I'm enjoying my stay here.
Yeah, nice. And okay, so before meeting me and let's say working with me and doing the coaching with me, what were your challenges with your health, with your life?
Well, I think one of the turning points is I was approaching 50. And, for women, I think it's like the age that everybody starts to feel very worried about everything in their life. And so I was approaching 50, and I had just come back from vacation, and I saw that my mom looked so aged, and all my friends were talking about, vitamins and skincare routines and all kinds of things. And everybody was preparing, trying to stave off any kind of aging that was supposed to happen starting at 50. And I was feeling very tired. Usually when I come back from the States, I'm very rejuvenated, but I was very tired. I was very emotionally tired and psychologically tired and then physically tired. And I was starting to feel pain. And I actually never felt pain. I've been incredibly healthy, very lucky my whole life. And I started to feel, I don't know if it's psychological because I was turning 50, but I started to have like neck pain and back pain and all these other things. And I decided that I probably wanted to age gracefully and I needed to do something for myself because I realized that I was caring for everybody and I wasn't caring for myself at all. And you proposed a seance, and I was like, well, sure, why not? I'm just going to look into it. And then when you were talking to me, I said, you know what? I never do these things for myself. I always, think I'm just going to go my own route. I'm going to do lots of research and I'm just going to go by myself and like figure things out on my own. And I said, you know what? I would like to have somebody on this journey with me to help me figure out, what my needs should be and what my path should look like when I want to, age gracefully and try to be the best that I could, because I was kind of at that moment starting to feel like I wasn't the best. So I decided to splurge and to take and allow somebody to lead me. And that's really hard for me too, because I usually don't allow people to lead me. And so I just felt like it's time. It's time to do that.
And what was then the reason why you wanted to work with me? Like compared to maybe some other programs or other holistic coaches?
Well, I think one, I really gravitated to coaching because I felt like it's goal-oriented and I'm very goal-oriented. Our first meeting was amazing. I think we had really good rapport. We were laughing, we were talking. I felt like the time flew by really quickly. And I felt like you get me, and that you could also be somebody that can hold me accountable to what I was telling you I wanted and needed. And I think I had never thought about gut health. I had never thought about food and nutrients and vitamins in those ways. I haven't really thought of that. And I thought that was an expertise, that specialty that I really hadn't really invested time in studying. So I just felt like, yeah, you would be a good person to kind of lead me in these things. So
I also felt that vibe when we first spoke. It was for the gut health check. I remember. Yeah. And there was such a connection directly. Yeah. And how do you feel now? And what kind of surprised you during this journey with yourself or with what you learned from me?
Well, I was surprised that how important, like, I think one of the things that we talked about is you always wanted me to make more effort for myself, right? And I think it sounds trite to say that, but I feel like if you're someone like me who always had helping jobs, like I'm teaching, I'm facilitating, I've been a social worker, I was a manager, I'm a mom, and I'm a wife, so I'm always helping others. And I think you helped me get to a turning point where I really felt like if I just made little efforts, but totally devoted to myself, just for me, that I could see like an impact, right? So, I thought it was fun to do human matrix, to figure out who I was and to kind of affirm, that I'm an outgoing person that likes to be alone. And I like that because it's true. And I'm like, okay, well then it kind of motivated me to just kind of, enjoy that part of myself and to stick it out more.
Not feel guilty anymore, when you
Yeah. And but also like the moments for myself have become very, very important in my routine. So like every day I do yoga, every day I exercise. Every season I think about what is it about, my nutrient goal for the season based on what potential needs I might need for winter or summer or spring or whatever. I'm taking vitamins. I never took vitamins in my life. I never took supplements. I actually have a skincare routine. And I did that because you were like, it's not only skincare routine for like, longevity and for maintaining this, but it's also time to be by myself and to like take care of myself and like give myself like 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, just for me, not for anything.
Yeah.
And, but all these little things I think really led to me feeling a lot more harmonious with my body and my emotion than I was at this point last year. So now I'm 50 and nothing happens. I didn't become an ogre. Nothing happens. And I feel really good. I feel very strong again.
Yeah.
So I feel like just, these little movements that I probably, wouldn't have felt like I deserved. Like I really felt like I needed somebody to say, put yourself to task for yourself, and you insisted and kept telling me that it's important. And so I was like, yeah, okay, I'm good at working with people. I doing what I'm told sometimes. So yeah, I feel much better than I did last year at this time.
Yeah. I can also see that. Yeah. Okay, that's super, super, amazing to hear that. It's also good for me to hear like a year after, like how you're doing, because then we stop after mostly like 3 months with my clients. And then, of course, I stay in touch a bit, via Facebook, but I don't really, it's really nice. I think I will make this a new routine to always check in like every year, every 6 months to see like, how is it going, because it's also very nice for me to see like what kind of impact my work has. Yeah. I'm really
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. Well, I think. Well, I have to say the thing that is still on my mind that I still have to wrap my head around, but it's like my goal for the year is more sleep. So I finally changed my schedule. I have a little bit more sleep, probably not enough for a lot of people, but it's like definitely my goal. Like I have like, but that's my goal is to change because, I'm going to have, that would require a lot of changes career-wise and things like that. So it's definitely something that I know I have to move towards or else,
Yeah, but step by step, first you did your like self-care and also nutrient or like nutrition changes. And that's what we worked on, this awareness. And, we cannot change everything at once. So now it's great that you put yourself these kind of goals, and now it's time for the next change. So every year we evolve. Yeah.
An extra hour of sleep every year.
Yeah, but I'm happy that you will work on that.
Yeah, it's I never forget. I'll never forget you telling me how important, how vital for everything. Like it's just like no matter how much yoga I do, no matter how well I eat, if I'm not sleeping, and I it took me a long time. I'm so stubborn. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know, but. Yeah, I know. It's on my radar. I am getting more sleep now. I did change my schedule a little bit, so I did do that.
Yeah, I had to think of you. When was it? Yesterday, when my son night before he didn't sleep the whole night because he had 41 fever. He had a gastro and like a virus, and we didn't sleep almost the whole night. And the next day, I could not think. And I had to think of you, because I felt like only after one night it really impacted me so much. Yeah. And then, if you have that every day, that's, makes, really weakens the body. So it's really great that you're working on this. Yeah. And today, after a good night's sleep, I feel again like the real Sarah. Yeah. Yeah. So, thanks so much. I will stop the recording now and let's stay in touch. And if you ever want to catch up again, let's catch up. Bye.
This is such a good idea. Bye, Sarah.